You're listening to The Great Game, a Hunt of the Reckoning actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. Previously on The Great Game, despite Aylin's insistence that she'd been plucked out of the ocean, it turned out she knew a number of people on the Empress of Japan aside from me. Well, we've already met Raven, but it turns out there was another woman who goes by the name Echo, and the second most gorgeous woman I've ever seen, named Elmanore or some such like that. Echo was on the Empress of Japan to help steal it, while Raven was there pursuing someone for the Queen of England. The three of them seemed to know each other quite well, and Echo seemed less than pleased to see Aylin again, and no one seemed happy to see Elmanore. Didn't take long to realize why, given Elmanore said she was steering us towards some uncharted island or something with a map of a couple 100 years out of date, and a compass that barely seemed to work. We thought we'd convinced her to wait before taking us anywhere, as there was a great deal of catching up to do, and I was struggling to keep my calm in the face of a vampire that tried to kill me and a werewolf that nearly did kill Aylin before I put it down. But it turns out those fairy stories about them being sneaky and underhanded weren't entirely wrong, because before we knew what was happening, we were in a storm that I thought was going to kill us all, and to be honest with you, it nearly did kill me. I'll thank you not to mention that to anyone, though. When we all came to after what turned out to be something of a shipwreck, we were beached on an island and had some heart-to-heart meetings, quiet moments of withdrawal and reflection before Elmanore tried to separate the four of us, asking Aylin and I to stay and help her entertain a bunch of dryads and Echo and Raven to go steal a bunch of golden apples, supposedly from Hera's garden. We decided that plan was completely insane and set off as a group to go get the apples, reasoning that if we got to them without Elmanore's help, we might be able to use it as leverage. Or at least that's why I went. What followed was a fight against a Hydra, during which Echo ran off to try and steal the apples, while the rest of us tried to keep the beast busy and not die. Oh, and before I forget, I keep smelling Daddy and feeling him around me, and I can't tell you why I find the whole thing as comforting as it is unsettling, but there it is. Now let's get back to playing the great game.
Go. I'm Clara Allison, and I'm playing Aylin Crane, the Inquisitive.
I'm Freyja. I will be playing Veretta Vale, aka Raven, the Marshal.
I'm Bloodied Porcelain. I will be playing Sloan Holliday, the Inquisitive.
Hi, I'm Termite, and I'll be playing Echo, the Underground.
And I'm Overthinker. I'll be your game master this evening. 4500 BC. Early humans begin diving to hunt for food and for commerce. 4000 BC, Egyptians develop sailing vessels navigating the Mediterranean, and Polynesian settlers in South Pacific islands navigate vast ocean distances. Around 1000 BC, Leif Erikson lands on Vinland, believed now to be North America. 600 BC, Phoenicians sail around Africa and explore the Mediterranean. 325 BC, Greek astronomer Pytheas Pythias uses the North Star to navigate for latitude. 900 AD, Vikings begin exploring the North Atlantic using advanced navigation. 1519 to 1522, Ferdinand Magellan's expedition completes the first circumnavigation of the world. 1768 to 1779, Captain James Cook explores the South Pacific, creating accurate maps, and also getting up to some bullshit. 1842, Charles Darwin publishes his study of the structure of coral reefs. In 1843, Edward Forbes claims life cannot exist below 300 fathoms, the azoic theory. Polynesian sailors used stars, wave patterns, and wildlife to navigate the oceans. Sunstones used by Vikings would amplify the sun on a cloudy day to help them find their position. The first compass was created in China, likely around 200 BC, initially for divination, but adopted by sailors. Mariners utilized instruments such as the astrolabe to cross staff to measure positions relative to the sun and stars. And by the 14th century, a fully developed mariner's compass was in use in Europe and the Islamic world. Players. When last we left off, a couple of things had happened. Elmanore, being her dramatic self, had effectively kidnapped you and a ship to travel into Greek mythology, or at least an island referenced therein, and put on a party for 3 named the Hesparides, while requesting that you, if you wanted a way off this island, would steal golden apples for her. When Hesparides on the beach, moved, tortured, and were promptly confronted by its guardian, which somebody thought was going to be a 100-handed giant, but it turned out to be a Hydra. Now 3 of you, plus Lyra, so 4, are, let's say, head-to-head with what is effectively a multi-headed flathead worm the size of an elephant. And one of you, accompanied by Drusilla, has run past the beast to try and steal the apples. The group in combat has taken cover for the most part. I believe Aylin was just struck, but protected by a little something from Raven. Any questions before we dive back in?
Nope.
Not really, no.
No.
Nope.
Okay, then. Echo.
Oh boy.
You managed to circumvent the Hydra itself, or made the clever call that stabbing a thing that numbs your hand whenever you get close to it wasn't your bag. You've managed to follow Drusilla and have eyes on a glowing tree. There's also a smaller Hydra, now about the size of a miniature pony, barreling in behind you. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. I am torn between either having her try to get the thing's attention and letting Drew get the apples, or just running for the tree. I'm just going to run for the tree.
All right. Give me a Dex and Athletics as you cross this somewhat manicured orchard. In the fading light, it would be easy to catch a root and twist your ankle.
I got 4.
4 is well and truly enough. Sure-footedness in dangerous situations is one of the hallmarks of a good cat burglar. And you hop from root to root towards this tree, which you see maybe half again the size of those around it. It's pale bark and is more the shape of like a wide chalice or maybe a wine glass than a tree should maybe be. But you do see dozens of apples. And you can make it to the tree.
All right.
I'm going to have you, Freyja, please roll for Drusilla to keep up.
Absolutely. What would you like?
Her Dex and Athletics comes in at 6.
It's not.
8 triple.
There we go.
5 hits. Drusilla, I think, is a little bit faster than you, Echo. Whether from desperation or training. Gets there and turns to you, laces her fingers, and like gets low with her back to the tree, ready to toss you into its branches.
All right.
You want to go up?
Fuck yeah.
All right. She gives you that leg up, and you can climb into the low branches of the tree.
All right.
Next in the order is Aylin. You are... I don't know if you took cover like the rest.
I did.
Cool. Then you are behind a large tree that the Hydra slammed into and is like trying to knock you guys' cover away. You've been having some trouble bringing Evie, your ghostly specialist in flame, to your aid. She does not seem very helpful right now. Maybe it's because you forced her into this, but who can say?
Well, if I die, she dies. So, please get with the program, Evie. Actually, is Sloan nearby? Sloan's next to me, yes?
Yeah, in cover, not far away, maybe 15 feet.
We know that we can't take it back to the beach. So, are we just supposed to kill it? I don't think that's possible.
Have to keep it we've got to keep it busy.
I'm going to try to use fire on it again. And maybe I can fucking roll.
Sweet. I will say that depending on the effect you're going for, the roll gets harder or easier. So if you describe like, massive fireball, rocket launcher style, that's more than, say, light a thing near me on fire.
Sure, I need enough flame to make this thing stop existing. So,
Cool, we're looking for 4 hits at least.
Yeah. But at least Evie's with me on this.
Actually, we'll see.
And that I don't have to resummon her.
Also, you can use your desperation dice on this, as you are kind of exploring the magical by doing it.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping that at some point, sorry, I'm trying to find my dice pool for this. I'm hoping that at some point, I'll learn how to do this without cheating. Not today, though. Yes, charisma and science. Magic. Okay, 2 successes.
Mm-hmm. If you
I'm
throw a
so-
willpower at it, you could get up to 4.
What a wonderful thing I could do that I can't actually, because I have no willpower.
Take aggravated willpower damage.
You can do it. It's just, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nope.
I hate it here.
Straight up nope.
I fucking hate it here.
That's a big old 2 successes. I think Evie in your head is like communicating a little bit. And you get the sense, first of all, her capacity to do fire comes from a very scientific perspective. She is a scientific wizard. She thinks about things kind of in terms of the way that they operate in the mundane world. So when she shoots fire, it's, I'm going to turn this air into kerosene and then spark. Or I'm going to, find something that would already burn and add some chemicals to it. You're saying giant fireball, just make this go away. Coming from a very emotional place where she's like, okay, what does that mean?
I see we're not communicating well, and I understand. However, no one's doing their best thinking right now.
That might be the problem, is loosely the response you get. Any movement, minor action you would try to do?
Is there better cover?
You could try to get further away.
I'm going to try to get some more distance between myself and this Hydra. I'm going to eat it
Okay.
while doing so.
Uphill or downhill?
Downhill.
Excellent.
Wait.
Dex plus athletics, please.
Everybody knows that running downhill is the easiest thing to do.
Running downhill is easy. I don't know that never mind. It's too late now.
Oh yeah, remind me what Aylin is wearing right now?
Of course it is a skirt. Like, she did not get redressed.
Cool.
4 successes.
4 successes. If there's one thing you know how to do is run away from a fight.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Next in the order, Sloan.
I'm gonna pop out, shoot it, and then try to hide again.
All right.
I am aiming for seeing that Aylin is having a hard time, because the plan was that I was going to blow holes in it and she was going to fill them with fire, and that doesn't seem to be happening. I am aiming for we've already taken out 2 of its legs, so I want to aim for one of the others.
And it happens to everyone, Sloan.
Performance issues are not uncommon.
No comment. So I have 9 dice plus my specialty of sharpshooter. Oof. Yeah, you know what? This is desperate enough. I will use my final willpower. For a 6, that's a critical.
Cool. It's going to try and avoid getting hit. Yeah. It gets 1 hit to avoid that. How much damage is that?
+3.
Okay. You lean out from behind this tree. You have to aim past one of the heads as it is shoving against the tree, sort of deforming as it tries to push this tree over on top of you. Whole thing's got like the consistency of jelly. But you fire a couple of shots and take out what seems to be knee-like.
That's the second one I've hit.
It is further slowed in its movement. You think it would have to... This thing would, assuming it can't just heal that, have to work pretty hard to get around the trees and get a clearer shot at you guys.
Excellent. In that case, if I can, I'd like to back up a little further and duck behind a tree that's a little bit further away.
Okay. If you want to be out of its range, give me another uphill or downhill.
Downhill.
All right. Follow Aylin. Dex plus athletics, please.
Okay, so just Dex. Cool. Nope.
Ooh.
At least it's not a complete fucking... I mean, it is a failure, but it's not as bad as it could have been.
You attempt to keep this thing in your sights while backing away from it, trip over a root, fall on your back, then backflip over and land maybe 15 feet away, face down in the dirt. Take a point of damage.
Okay.
Good news, you are further away. And next to Aylin.
I've completely filled my bar on bashing. That's great.
Definitely knocked the wind out of you.
It's fine. It's definitely not -2 to all physical things. That's fine.
Yeah. The Hydra. Hydra's low on targets. It's going to really try and break the cover of Raven and Lyra.
Oh no.
Coming at you guys hard. Raven, go ahead and roll your evasion or counterattack. If you're trying to evade and stay hidden, you're going to get that +2 from cover.
Okay. Dex athletics.
Yep.
For success.
It got 13.
Huh. Well,
do you have any way to reduce damage that's being dealt to you?
No. I'm pretty sure pelting unnatural doesn't reduce damage either. So yeah, no.
Would potentially drive it back.
I can attempt to use it.
Does it say you can use it as a reaction?
No.
Okay.
So I would have nothing.
Can you just dodge, or did you miss that?
That's the force
it rolled
successes.
13.
Jesus, that's true.
Multiple heads. The first one comes in and slams into the tree. The second one knocks the tree over on you. The third and fourth come pounding down on top of it. What's your current health?
I have 1 lethal already.
Okay.
And then for what is it called?
Bashing.
Super bashing. Or superficial, whatever it is.
All right. Yeah, first of all, give me that constitution roll to check your numbness. Being stamina and resolve, I believe.
Two.
Okay. So it's getting a little harder to handle your weapon at this point, as this tree is being knocked down on top of you. You are pinned, and I think as that goop is like dripping across it and you're effectively crushed, you do lose consciousness. Because unless I'm doing the math wrong here. Oh, no, hang on. You get 4. 13. Puts it down to 9. And you said you had 4 boxes of lethal left?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you are taking 9 bashing, which halves to lethal. So that would be 8 boxes of lethal.
Yeah.
All right, Raven is down.
Well, it does have before it gets applied. So it has to 4, so she is unconscious.
Yeah. All right.
Not dead yet.
Not dead. Very unconscious. The baby Hydra is going to run up and attack Drew. And also the big one's going to swing on Lyra for 9 successes. Go ahead and roll 7 plus the 2 for cover for Lyra's attempts to avoid being hit as well.
That's 6.
Critical for 6. She only takes 3. Her resolve and stamina is 5. So yeah, go ahead and roll the 5 for her resolve and stamina as she tries to resist this toxin.
That is only 1.
She does not resist the toxin. It is now taking both hands for her to operate one of the revolvers that she was so elegantly, rapid firing earlier. And the mini Hydra is going to attack Drusilla. Give me her dex and athletics again, which was 6.
Does she get the bonus for cover as well?
She is not in cover. She's by the tree in the middle of the garden and just gave Echo a boost.
That is only 2.
And it gets 5. Echo, you see this smaller Hydra just ram into Drew and knock her into the tree. She's clearly wounded or winded. 5 again to resist the toxin. Unsuccessful.
That's 0.
0 successes to resist the toxin. Echo, there's a small chance you may have to carry her back, even if she's conscious. Next, it would have been Raven's turn. Raven, you are drifting. You're loosely aware of what's going on around you. You see the Hydra trying to wrap its necks around rocks and stuff to pull its mostly immobilized body forward. Not having a lot of luck with that, which means if someone can drag you clear, you might be safe. but you are trapped under this tree right now. Any thoughts or feelings you want to clue in the audience to as a monster of legend swirls atop you?
The only thing that Raven can think of is she can't die here. At least not yet. There are things that are unsaid that must be said, and she can't have those she cares about die on her watch.
Right on. Back to the top. Echo.
Yeah, she's gonna start grabbing apples, or try to at least.
What dice roll do you think would be effective? Dex plus something, I'm thinking. To just grab as many apples as you can.
Lars.
Valid. I'll also point out that in this moment you have something of a choice. Because you can grab apples and hope Drew gets out of there herself, or you can pull Drew up into the tree where she might be safer. But that's one more turn that the Hydra gets to be around you guys before you start taking apples.
Is Drew still conscious?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she's gonna pull her up in the tree.
Sweet. Jackson Athletics, get more than one hit. Normally, I would probably just let you do this, but Drusilla's pretty numb at this point, so you've got to grab her. Oh my god. What is the epically badass thing you do as you drag Drusilla up to safety?
Yeah, I do. So she's kind of like sitting on one of like hanging on to one of the branches. She basically climbs up and she just hooks her legs over the edge, over it, and like leans down backwards, grabs her, and then like.
So you're going full upside down.
Oh yeah,
wrist to wrist.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, you pull her up and deposit her on, like, at the center where all the branches come together so she can balance. She spits out a little blood and gives you an acknowledging nod. And the Hydra starts circling. Next up, Aylin and then Sloan. You just saw there are kind of two major fighters on your team between Raven and Lyra. One is pinned under a tree and looks unconscious, and Lyra has been knocked on her ass and is like trying to scramble back. Aylin.
I'm deciding how much of a problem I'm about to become. I really need to get this fire to fucking work. Mm-hmm. And is there any way to make a deal with Evie on this?
Yeah, we can take a second for you to talk to her. It's, frantic thought-to-thought communication. It's not precise, but what do you want? She's not helping you because she doesn't want to.
All right, new plan then. I'm going to try to trick this Hydra into going elsewhere. I don't have a really great way of doing that except truly doing a look over there.
Evie's suggestion is smaller fire is easier. Straight up.
Yes.
If there's a small chemical thing we can do, if you want to make a torch to throw at this thing, that's easy. If you want to make some like phosphorus powder or something, doable.
What I don't...
You could conjure a Molotov into your hand, and that would be so much easier than saying you blow up now.
No, I understand. Sorry, the way I know how mage works, that feels actually way harder. Got
Fair.
it. Different idea then. Evie, you do science, yes?
Affirmative.
It's sodium that catches fire with moisture, yes?
Affirmative.
Just say yes. That or magnesium, which gets turned into the goo on it, whatever it is, can you turn anything on it into sodium?
Possible.
Is that any simpler?
I'm going to say converting some of this thing's moisture into a thing that burns. Yeah,
With
that's
moisture.
probably easier than just creating fire out of nothing.
Let's go for it.
Cool. For this, I'm going to say, I'll be a little generous. 2 hits gets you some fire, 3 hits gets you more.
Can I use my desperation dice?
Yeah.
This is chemistry.
Yeah.
Two fucking successes.
2 hits gets you some fire. So
All right.
you reach out. The hard part is you don't know what this thing's goo is. So it's just like, whatever that is, become something else. Evie makes it clear that if this was actually water, she knows, like, you know, the chemical makeup of water, that would be an easier transition. But because we're just going, whatever that is, turn. Yeah. A campfire appears on this thing's back. Or that much flame.
So, specifically the reason I picked sodium is because moisture makes it ignite.
Yep.
So
as soon as it converts to sodium, the moisture on the creature ignites it.
That's what I thought. Lovely. Thank you.
And it's going to take some damage. Two of the heads fully turn around and are like, what the hell is that?
Well, that seems to work.
Sloan.
Okay, I have a thought, but I need you to answer a question for me.
I love these conversations.
I know a lot about guns, or I need to know if firearms in your view is just that I know how to use guns, or do I understand how guns work with 3 dots and firearms?
I would never deny my players knowledge they could use to be devious. So it absolutely includes you knowing how to clean and maintain, assemble.
Yeah, but I need to know how the gun,
your own bullets.
How the gun operates.
Yes, for sure.
Cool.
I'd say with 3 dots, making your own bullets is possible with the correct equipment.
Excellent. Cool. So I know that when the hammer goes forward and smacks the cap, that there's a spark.
Yes.
Could I use that to try and start a fire with, like, I don't know, some of the branches and stuff around me? I am happy to sacrifice my attack to do it. I effectively want to create some fire that we can use for things later because Aylin is struggling.
I'm going to say in order to start a fire, you would need some sort of accelerant in this scenario. Do you know anyone who carries high-proof alcohol?
I do.
How convenient.
Yeah. Okay. I will pull a flask out of my back pocket with like the good stuff in it.
This is moonshine that basically is kerosene.
Yeah.
You got it from a town of 150 people in Alabama one time.
I don't know what you want me to do in terms of like dice and whatever.
I'm going to ask for an intelligence plus firearms roll.
Okay.
More hits, more fire.
Can I add my desperation?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
This is a making shit up kind of thing.
Cool. Would you say that we should be above 2 for desperation at this point?
Having had a person go down, yeah, let's take that up to 3.
Cool. All right. Intelligence and firearms. So
yes, and you're still at -1 because your hands aren't working because you're a little bit poisoned.
Yep. Okay. So that's 7 dice total after the negative. Come on, Sloan. For the okay. You know what? This is a serious enough situation with our heavy hitter down. I am going to take ag willpower damage.
Another point of willpower collected for my delicious collection.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
still
that's 1.
Cool. The problem is that it's a flask. If this was a bottle you could break or pour copiously, you'd be able to do this more fire faster. But because it's a flask, you've got to really shake it to get it to come out, which means you can only get like the end of this stick. You have, however, made a torch.
Cool. I think that's all I can do. I'm assuming I don't get to attack. So,
yes. And you are currently roughly outside the creature's range.
Yeah, I would like to get up if that's possible.
Yep. Any choice words for the ground as you do?
No. Sloan's pissed off.
Okay. The creature's knees appear to be beginning to reknit themselves. It is going to do something a little strange. 2 of the heads are going to try to lift the tree off of Raven as a third gets in a kind of scooping motion. Ironically, the one player who understands how this thing digests is currently unconscious. It's by contact. Its stomach is on the outside. It is going to roll for that. 3 heads working together. All right, it's having some luck. The tree moves a little bit. With the others, it's going to make somewhat out of range swing at Lyra. Go ahead and... Oh, we should also have Lyra attack. Freyja, you still with me?
Yep, never left.
Sweet, let's do that now. She is at a -3, so her attack pool, I believe, is 4. As Lyra attempts to put another hole, seeing the leg strategy, she's aiming low. 2 successes, it tries to avoid. Also gets 2 successes, so she grazes it.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing. then it's going to try and hit her. Give me 5 dice for her to get out of its way.
Two.
And it gets 4. I believe Lyra is down to 1 point of lethal left before she's done.
Yep. Yep.
The baby Hydra in the forest is going to try and climb a tree. It's not good at that. A thing that is mostly the mass of its body with only 2 heads tries to wrap its neck around branches to pull itself up and closer to Echo and Drew. And the branches break off and it falls back down. Raven?
Yes.
Roll wits and awareness, please.
Five success.
You hear singing.
Oh no.
You become subtly aware of the clatter of a mead hall and a howling wind and the sound of singing. Excuse me.
She is going to do everything in her power to move away from that.
Fair enough. Lyra? Is Lyra going to be a real one, or is she going to look out for number 1? Lyra's a real one.
Yeah.
I'd like you to roll 5 dice again for her. Wait, no, that was... Yeah, 5. Dexterity plus her... Wait, no, we said athletics was 6. Doesn't matter.
So
She got
6
hit
dice
again.
total?
It is 5 dice total because she got hit again by
Okay.
the numbing.
Can I add desperation to their rolls?
She is a hunter and she is in battle with a monster. I'll allow it.
Okay.
But I think only for her.
Okay. And we're at desperation 3, correct? Yes.
Yes, we are.
Oh no.
Ooh, we have a 1 on the desperation dice. Overreach, fall into despair.
Oh no.
You want me to tell you what action I had intended for her?
Absolutely.
She was going to try and haul that tree off, grab her sister, and drag her out of range of this monster.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm overreaching.
We have an overreach. The danger increases. As Lyra, stumbling somewhat, her limbs not working as they're supposed to, lurches from her high position, just sort of falls down to where Raven is under the tree, gets her back under it, narrowly avoiding the heads that are already wrapped around it, lifts and pulls. And as the Hydra sees her, its heads come to bear, she yells, "Get the fuck off!" and levels her revolver to fire it, and there is a flash of light. visible through the clearing, maybe on the beach. And the nearest head that was reaching towards her disintegrates. But if anything at all was watching this, it saw that happen. And she drags you back a few feet. Echo.
Yep.
You're in the tree. Drew is next to you. She's got a little bit of blood on her mouth from where that thing crushed her against the tree. But she's still ready to go.
All right, well, I'm going to start grafting some apples.
Okay. Dex and larceny. And Freyja, I'll have you roll the same for Drusilla, which, with her penalties, I'm going to say is only 4 right now. She's better at Dex than she is at, or intelligence than she is at Dex. That's all right, good.
Yeah.
3 successes. Okay. 1 for Drew, 3 for Termite. For Echo. Do I want to do this? I want to do this randomly. I'm going to have... We have a way to roll d6s in this channel?
Yeah.
Flash roll.
Sweet. Actually, let's make it d4s. I'm going to have Echo roll 3d4 and Freyja, on behalf of Drew, roll 1.
Five.
3.
All right. So between the two of you, trying to stay stable as this thing is prowling around beneath you and making attempts to climb the tree, manage to pick and stow 8 golden apples. Then we go back to the fight. I feel like I skipped something, but I don't think so. Okay, back to the fight. Aylin.
All right. Now that we know that alchemy seems to work.
And there are multiple sources of fire nearby now.
I've been trying really hard not to set the forest on fire, you see.
At this point, fuck it.
I think
Yes.
Lyra yells, "Well, that's good!" as she's dragging a badly injured raven.
Yes, because what we want to do is be trapped in the middle of a flaming forest while we're trying to avoid the small... Anyway. Aylin's a magician. Evie, can you do phosphorus?
Eh?
Well, we're certainly going to have to try.
All right. What will be the effect of phosphorus if it is correctly summoned?
Phosphorus is extremely flammable, and we figured out white phosphorus very early in our history. I did check to see when the periodic table of elements started to exist.
Thank you. All right.
We've had...
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I get any extra dice for... can I use my
Absolutely
desperation?
discovery, yes. You are learning about the magical abilities that you co-own.
Oh, our desperation's
Congratulations,
gone.
you have a magic affair.
Desperation's up to 3.
Yep.
3 successes.
Okay. Where are you creating this? And what will it do?
On its back, in the same place where that fire is going, I'm just turning the rest of that goo into white phosphorus.
Okay. 3 hits, yeah. Fire expands across this creature, and one of the heads, realizing there's a problem, starts to, I wish there was a better metaphor for this, try and windshield wiper it off.
That's just going to spread it around. Phosphorus is sticky.
Yep. And so is the creature. You watch that head and neck catch on fire and quickly move towards ineffective. Like burn and shrivel.
Finally.
Its body mass is also reduced noticeably.
While it seems to be distracted by that, can I find Sloan?
Well, some of its heads are distracted. Oh yeah, you can see Sloan. She's 5 feet away from you with a torch in her hand, having just gotten up, covered in dirt now.
And we have no idea what Echo's doing right now, right?
We know that she left. We assume she went after the animals.
All right, well, and that's my turn then.
Sweet. You also saw a blinding flash.
And we don't have time to unpack that right now.
I know. Just don't want you to forget it. Sloan.
Well, it's like actively burning in a bunch of different ways now. I'm gonna
One way. There is a fire on its back.
Yeah, I mean, there's phosphorus on it. I just mean it's burning all over the place because it's trying to wipe the phosphorus off and it's failing. I'm gonna hand Aylin the torch so that she has a ready source of fire. And then I am going to shoot my guns.
Okay.
I feel like I just need to open up wounds on this thing so that the fire has a place to go. So that is when I'm
aiming for its back.
I mean, it's like its body in general, because it's trying to wipe the stuff off and it sticks. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So we are at 8 dice plus specialty. 5 successes.
5 successes. You adjust slightly for a better angle and fire several gouging shots into its left side.
Fan the hammer, man.
Yep, creating more surface area to burn. And getting a look at... Well, it has insides. It's not like anybody's insides are pretty, but these seem particularly nasty.
Yeah, I think that's it. Unless it seems like it is still going after Freyja and what's her face.
I mean, it seems like it's still
focused on its
now
back,
it has to
which is
it
where...
has to multitask, which it can do because it has, I think, 8 heads left. 7 after the light up pistol shot.
Okay.
But I can't put all of them on attack, that's for sure.
Can I do something real stupid and get a little bit closer and kind of just yell and try and get its attention?
Oh, for sure.
Try and get them off of, get the heads off of Freyja.
In fact, I think walking forwards, firing your pistols. Yeah. Any particular insult you want to drop on it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't understand me. Why would I bother?
It did understand when you guys were yelling before.
Oh, did
it? Acted
it?
like it did.
I forgot.
We could have negotiated the whole time?
No, I don't think it was ever going to negotiate with us, darling. In that case, I will, in Ancient Greek, because I speak that, I will, Basically point out it's already lost to Heracles. Now it's about to lose to a bunch of women.
All right. 3 of the heads are directed towards its back. Seeing that wiping the stuff off didn't work, it is going to use them to press against the ground and try to roll itself over, seeking to smother the fire underneath its own weight. It's going to attempt that here. 4 successes. That said, I'm betting white phosphorus keeps burning without a lot of oxygen.
Yeah, it just goes.
Cool. While this thing may understand speech, it does not understand advanced chemistry. Gotta go to them college classes, Hydra. They pay off.
Find yourself a tutor.
The other 4 heads are going to lash out at Sloan.
Fantastic.
Defend yourself.
Yeah, that's the plan. Am I already rolling?
Yeah, go ahead and roll either to dodge or to fight back, however you prefer.
Well, I think doesn't fighting back have to be brawl? I can't shoot it again.
We've used firearms before
Oh, well, then I would like to do
to try
that.
and keep a distance.
I would like to do that then, please. So that's... Does my specialty apply?
Your specialty for trick shotting or
Sharpshooting? Yeah.
No. This is
Okay.
reactive. You don't have time to be precise.
Okay. Then just 8 dice. 5 successes. Oof.
You put a bullet in the first 2 heads that come at you. And then you go to put in another, and you have fired 6 shots from this pistol. So nothing happens, and it slams into your chest.
Okay.
Knocks the wind out of you. Take another point of bashing. And roll stamina plus resolve.
Okay. That's so not a great pool for me. 2 successes.
Okay. So you have now a -2 on all your rolls. If it gets up to a -4, your total of stamina plus resolve, you will fully lose function of your body.
Okay. Hopefully that one turn is enough to help.
Yeah. You are in a lot more danger from simply being pummeled to death at this point, right?
Yep.
What's your health look like?
I have 4 not bashing, but superficial and 1 egg.
Okay. All right. That was the Hydra. Little Hydra is going to give it another climbing attempt. Gets some backs up, watching the 2 of you. And then, oh no, that's much better. It's going to charge and try to shake the tree. I'm going to need Dex and Athletics from Drew and Echo to stay up in the tree.
Okay.
You're trying to beat 2. If the other one was here, you'd be in trouble. Ooh.
Thank God. 6.
Drusilla has a grip of iron and spreads her legs between a couple of branches it would be hard for her to fall if someone grabbed her and yanked her by, like, her whole torso. Echo, on the other hand. Are you going to let that stand?
Yeah.
All right. You fall from the tree. And are now potentially an open target for this thing on its next turn. Fortunately, it is now your turn.
Echo's got more apples than Drew does, right?
You have, I think we said 5 to her 3.
5? Perfect. She's gonna jump up. And I think what she's gonna do is she's gonna kind of like do that thing where you like flash money at somebody, but she's gonna show that she has some of the apples.
Mm-hmm.
And start running. She's trying
to bait the Hydra into chasing you.
Yep.
I love it. Let's get charisma something. You choose the skill. Whatever feels appropriate.
I think subterfuge makes the most sense.
Valid. Hopefully also something you're good at. You don't need a lot because that is its objective, is keep the apples safe. So
I'm not great at it. However, can I use my desperation for this?
Yeah. The day I tell you guys you can't use your desperation, something strange is happening.
5.
Sweet. Do you have a one-liner for me?
Not off the top, no. She is out of breath. She is hurt. She still hasn't recovered from the werewolf.
Oh, yeah.
Or being shot.
You are doing all this with like an hour or 2 old bandage on your leg.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, you show it a couple of the apples and take off any particular direction.
This is probably stupid. She's not running back the way that we came. She's instead gonna kind of run perpendicular to that. So essentially what's gonna happen is she's gonna run from like looking at wherever the creature is, she's gonna run to its left.
Gotcha. All right. You take off into Groves Unknown. And the mini Hydra, one of its heads looks up at Drew as the other tracks you, and then both get low and it charges after you. Last roll for this, give me Dex and Athletics to just get more ground. All right. 3 hits as you take off into the grove. Aylin.
How hard would it be to find a big stick?
No roll necessary. You're in a forest where a monster is actively knocking down trees.
Amazing. I have big stick. And then monster goes after Sloan, my one true love. Don't worry about it. I'd like to just try to hit it I'd like to hit it in a way that gets the stick set on fire and also draw some aggro.
You were handed a torch.
Oh, I was handed a torch. Well,
I made it for you.
thank you, darling.
Aylin's the person who spends half an hour looking for their glasses while wearing them.
Yep.
Correct. Clara is that person, yes. But yes, in that case, I'm just gonna hit it with the torch and draw some aggro, please.
Hell
Damage
yeah.
and aggro. Because absolutely not. Do not come after my girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend.
Is it Dex and Brawl?
Would you let me use
Or
melee because it's a fucking weapon?
It is a weapon.
Yeah, melee.
Yeah.
This feels like I shouldn't be allowed to use my desperation dice for, but also I am desperate.
I know what I just said, but no. You're not learning anything about the nature of magic and monsters by hitting this thing with a stick.
I've learned a lot about myself and my love for Sloan.
Doesn't count.
1 success.
Cool. It's gonna retaliate.
Ow.
3. Cool. You step forward. What kind of swing are we looking at? Golf swing, baseball.
She had a
Just sort of
sword cane
waving the
last
thing.
season, so I would assume it's a little bit like waving a sword cane.
It's a little
Yeah.
like waving a
Fencing
sword,
stab.
yes. Absolutely not, you crushed phallus of a creature. And she's gonna, swing on it.
Cool. One of its heads moves back, and for a split second, you get the distinct, ooh, not going to touch that. And then another one comes in from the side and absolutely sweeps you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You take 2 points of bashing and need to roll against numbing, which is stamina and resolve.
Oh, yay. 2 things I'm really good at. Two success.
All right, you take a point of numbing. -1 on all rolls that require your body.
All right.
Is that the first time you've been hit by that effect?
The numbing, yes.
Cool. With a pool of 4, you'd need 3 more to be paralyzed, basically. Or, too
Is
numb
it-
to function.
Hopefully it's just not paying attention to Sloan anymore.
We'll see. We'll see what Sloan does on her turn, which is now.
How many heads does it have left? Because I took out 2.
Currently coming at you, it has, I think, just 2. The others are dealing with the fire. It is about to sprout probably 4 more on its turn.
Does the fire do any ongoing damage?
Helping?
The fire is doing damage to it. I am tracking a damage over time with a goal number in mind.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at the 2 heads that are left. I'm at
Sweet.
-3, so just have my normal.
Mechanically speaking, you're aiming at this thing to fire. Get a clear look at it. The fire did not go out when it rolled over, and it is kind of at a loss, maybe. A lot of it has burned at this point. Mechanically speaking, in D&D terms, it would be bloodied.
Jesus
Below
Christ,
half
that's
its health.
it. Okay. Cool. How close is the fire to the base where all the heads are coming from?
We said the fire was on its back, so
Sure, but
2 feet.
Okay, so not close enough that me hitting it at the base would necessarily help. Cool. I guess I'm aiming for the heads.
Okay. You want to split your dice pool and try to blow 2 off?
I only have 7 dice right now, so no.
Fair enough.
That's 5. That's critical.
Excellent. It's going to try and avoid this attack. 3, it fails to do so.
All right, so that's a 5 for damage total.
Having probably switched pistols at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Because the other one is empty. You manage to wrestle it out with your floppy hands, aim, and fire a couple of shots into the neck. One of the heads sort of droops to the side and breaks off.
And I'm stepping. I would like to step back. Ideally, I'd like to grab Aylin and step back. The whole point was just to buy time for Freyja and her sister, but
The fighting withdrawal continues. If you're going to drag Aylin back, I'm going to have you make a strength and athletics.
never mind. I'm just going to take a step back. I have 1 die, so no, I can't do that.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah. I
Okay.
couldn't roll that if I wanted to, given my negatives, so.
Okay. On the Hydra's turn, its remaining head will strike the only target in range, which is Aylin. Gonna need a Dex Athletics roll from Aylin to try and get out of the way, -1 from numbness. Or you can fight back by swinging the torch at it with Dex and melee.
I'm absolutely going to fight back.
Sweet. Also, 4 new heads appear.
How? Why? It's on fire.
Its
Never mind.
body's on fire. Its necks are currently unharmed.
Can I go into willpower debt?
It's called aggravated willpower damage.
You can take aggravated willpower damage, yeah.
Oh, I really can't actually have shit willpower.
Which
Or you can
you've
take
already
a hit.
taken 1 of, so.
Yeah, I'll just take the hit. Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah, you take another point of bashing and give me that stamina plus resolve roll.
I'm taking aggravated damage now. Two successes. I'll take another numbing, I guess.
Yep. You've now got to wrap both your hands around this torch to keep holding it.
It's fine. Sloan is. I'm gonna step in front of Sloan. Stay in front of Sloan.
Not hard to do since she just backed away. Freyja.
Yes.
It's like 2 rolls from you. The
Okay.
first is Raven's total willpower.
Oh no. Okay.
Like spent and unspent. It's your composure and resolve.
Okay.
The second is 5 dice.
The D10s, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 success and 4 success.
Excellent. So on the 5 success, we're going to go into a moment of narration here. And I'm going to give you
Okay.
some options. You made it clear you do not wish to go to the mead hall in the sky.
No. She does not.
However, you are aware of it. You are floating in howling winds, and the shelter of that door is not far from you. With 5 successes, you hold yourself here. You feel snow beneath your feet, deep, knee deep. If not there, where do you direct your attention?
Raven would look in the opposite direction to see if there's anything other than the mead hall around. Perhaps way back.
You see small lights, little windows. Make a wits awareness. Make a perception check.
Three.
Okay. There are other structures here. The wind clears for a moment, and you're in a village. The ground is frozen. These thatch huts, stone walls, and off in the distance, rising above the storm, an old and withered tree.
He's going to go towards the tree.
All right. Like in a dream, as soon as you think it, you have done it, and you stand before an ancient tree and have this unshakable feeling, this nostalgia for a thing you don't remember, this sadness. And the thought that crosses your mind is, you used to be so much bigger. And then on 4 successes, your sister revives you and you return to the world of the living.
She would come to gasping for air in a panic.
It's okay. I got you. You're good. Okay, you're here.
Are we alive?
Yeah, I felt you slipping away, but we're alive. And she pushes a rifle back into your hand.
She'll grab it and immediately start looking.
The Hydra looks much the worse for wear. It was not on fire when you left. It is very on fire now.
How is it on fire?
Well, you'd see Aylin with a torch, so.
Oh yeah, also Aylin
fair.
with a torch is currently fencing with it as 4 additional heads burst out of its back. Or,
Actually,
its neck.
I have to hold it two-handed, so it's more of a Zweihander.
And it is your turn.
Well, seeing as I have my gun back, she's going to attempt to aim at the heads that are growing and take them out.
Sweet. You can fire a shot normally, or you can split it to try and blast off 2.
How does splitting work exactly?
It means you roll half of your dice pool for one and half of your dice pool for the other. It's basically making 2 attacks, but you can't target the same thing.
I'll do that.
All right.
It's firearms and dex.
Dex and firearms.
That would be...
I believe you are still at a penalty from numbing, but...
Right, yes. What is the penalty? -1?
Yeah, apply that to the second shot.
Two and 1.
So sorry. I didn't have to cough at all day, and now I do.
I should not have split, but that's fine.
Yeah, it got 4 to your 2 and 2 to your 1. So unless you want to willpower one of those, your shot goes wide. As you try to
I'm gonna save it. Save my willpower.
For sure. You try to get 2 of the heads to line up so you can shoot through both of them, but instead they coil away from each other, and your shot goes between them.
God damn it.
Lyra is going to, help you to your feet. I felt you slipping away. You all right?
Well, not that great. A bit numb and oddly cold.
Same. And you see her, working to get one revolver back in and pull out the other. And she's going to take a shot as well. I think we said 5 dice for that before she got... It was 6 dice before she got hit, so it's 5 now.
Yeah. That's
Critical
6.
for 6. All right. Hydra only gets 1. She blows another head off. And go back to the top. First we get Drusilla, who's going to take the opportunity provided and try to sneak away. Let's get her stealth of 6.
And she does have an extra +2.
Oh yeah, it would be 8 because of the cloak.
Let me roll that then.
Just add 1 more or 2 more, yeah.
6.
Bringing her total to 6 hits, absolutely. Honestly, I think it's helpful that she's injured and numb, because normally she would want to book it and take risks. But in her current state, she's like, no, I'm getting out of here carefully and quietly, and I'm not getting in more trouble. Caution and a reasonable pace serve her well, and she slinks off into the shadows, headed back to the group. Echo.
Yep.
You're running.
Running.
Any plan, any intentions, any destination in mind? Or are you just trying to get away from this thing?
She is trying to get enough of a lead that she can take the chance to try and hide. But right now, she's just getting away from it.
Okay. So we're going to make... You got 3 successes on your first athletics. So we're going to say you are effectively 3 successes ahead. On each turn, you guys are going to both roll to run. If you get up to 6 successes ahead, you can attempt to hide. If it catches up with you, ouch.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll Dex and Athletics to try and outrun a Hydra. That's 2. It's going to roll 1. So you gain ground.
All right. Right now, that's all it's for.
You take a hard turn a little awkwardly, but it's heavier and moving a lot faster, so it fully peels out and rolls a couple of times before scrambling back to its feet to give chase. Like a dog trying to change direction on a slick floor.
All right.
All right. That puts you 4 ahead, 2 more before you can try to escape its sight altogether. Aylin.
What's hurting it more, hitting it or fire?
You have not hurt it significantly with this torch.
Also, do I need to use my arms for... do I need to actually use my body to make more fire?
Good question. I kind of don't think you do.
Brilliant.
Not if Evie's thing is science and not movement.
Yeah.
Well, we're just going to keep applying phosphorus to its heads, to it, until it stops doing whatever it's up to.
You want to go for the heads, specifically?
Yes, I would love to go for the heads, but frankly, I I'll take the necks where the body meets the head, Frank, because if it, pulls them off and cauterizes them.
Absolutely.
Bigger target.
Roll to apply phosphorus.
4 successes, bitch.
Add your
1 to 4
desperation too.
dice.
I didn't even add my desperation. One more success.
One of those is a
Yeah,
1,
one of
though.
those is a 1.
But also a 1.
Christ, I shouldn't have done it.
And we are at 3 desperation, for the record.
Oh, yeah,
Gee,
roll another die.
Sure.
Might as well.
I'm trying to get you more successes. I think this is cool.
One more
See,
success.
that's 6 if you overreach.
Yeah, I'll overreach. It's fine.
Fantastic. We're up to 6 danger.
Fucking A.
Listen, no, I'll take the 5 successes. Fuck it. We're not overreaching.
You're
No,
gonna.
if you don't
You have to.
overreach-
You have to overreach
have to.
regardless. If you want
Yeah.
any of those successes, you have to overreach.
Yeah, I'll overreach. It's fine. I can go into despair.
To be clear, going into despair fails the roll.
Oh, it does. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know where my brain is today.
Yeah, going
Yeah,
into
I'd rather get
despair
this
is
killed,
I would
sorry.
rather myself suffer and lose this roll than use these successes, but it's more dangerous.
Yeah. Sorry, friends. I do think we just have to go to 60.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Half of
don't
us are
think
going to be
anyone would
dead
blame
before the
you.
night's over anyway.
Pretty
I
much.
don't think anyone would blame you given how fucking brutal this monster has been. You and Evie, finally in sync. You can... we didn't really talk about what her presence feels like when you're channeling her. Because the last time you did it, she just fully took over. What do you think? Early college student, kind of fun, but, sciencey, nerd.
I mean, that if she's an early college student, if she and Aylin are not the same age, but certainly in the same age bracket.
I think she was
but
like 20.
I do think it's a little bit. It's sort of a little bit of a shift where Aylin actually feels more like timid, and Evie gets the chance to like be with someone who moves with a lot more confidence. So I think for Aylin, it actually is like a strange, like anxious feeling as she does stuff, but her like I don't know how to just she feels just more anxious, and you'll see it like in her body as like things start to calm down, but also just like a little giddy as well. Like we're doing science, and science is really cool. So
And right
it
now,
is working.
Science is really cool. As you focus on this thing and on the air around it, and just convert as much of it as you can into this incredibly flammable phosphorus. Fire covers the front of the Hydra. Those legs, which had started to really regrow, between you and me, it was going to advance on you guys and start hitting everybody again next turn. The lost heads are burned and will not grow back. And with that damage, I think you destroyed 2 more. Bullets or no, this thing is doomed.
Sloan is still behind me. I just want to stay between them, even if I take more damage.
Okay. Speaking of, Sloan, it is your turn.
Okay, so the fire spread to the neck, yes?
Yep.
Cool, that's where I'm aiming.
All right, take your shot.
What is going on, Mr. Dicepot? Sorry, one sec.
Actually, let's do this. You roll your attack. Freyja, also roll your shot for Raven and for Lyra as well.
Two.
Lyra was 5, right? Yes.
Yeah.
One and 2.
Oh my god. Okay. You guys, all three, bring up your guns and just start riddling this thing with holes. It's no longer thinking offense, defense. It's just trying to roll around and put itself out. And as you light it up, you manage to catch it in one of those last necks. It was using its necks like arms to try and roll itself. So without them, it has no way to try and suppress the fire. It burns, lets out a horrible screech, and is still.
Sloan just sits down because like half of her body is numb.
A Raven's going to just drop her rifle and lean on Lyra.
Sloan does
Lyra,
not let go of her guns, though.
Cool. On 3 hits, Lyra keeps her feet and does not also fall down with you.
Wasn't there a second one?
And on that note, Echo,
Oh boy,
you're running for it.
sure am.
Dex and athletics. You need 2 successes more than it gets. And then you can try to hide.
4.
4 is good. The mini Hydra only gets 2. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay, now theoretically, I'm good at this.
With the +2 from your item. And your desperation if you want it.
I'm gonna fucking explode.
So that's 1 hit on 9 dice. Did you add your desperation to that?
I do not want to, because we are already at 6 danger. Rolling a 1 is just risking me failing.
Gotcha. So 1 success. It is going to try and perceive 2 successes after a willpower. It's going to try and perceive you, for which it gets 6 dice. Decent perception, because 2 heads and all eyes. That's 5. So how do you hide that does not work?
I imagine we basically just like dives for cover at some point, and it is not as doesn't cover her as much as you thought.
All right. The lesser Hydra is going to try and trample you. Go ahead and roll to dodge or fight back if you want to get your knives out.
I am going to dodge.
4 successes. To its 4 successes. Sorry, you said you were dodging?
Yes.
Okay. I believe that means you get clear without taking harm.
Correct.
I am going to have you roll against the numbness, just as it grazes you. That's another point of numbness. And you can now try to outrun it again. All of these rolls you can use your desperation on, if you wish.
It is not worth it.
Okay. It's going to try and chase you. Keeps up. At this point, you are nearing the edge of the grove, beyond which is just jungle. Keep going.
Yeah, we have
All right,
other
roll it.
options.
Is there any way to start trying to catch up with Echo?
On your guys' end, Drusilla will be back with you in a minute, and then you'll know Echo did something different.
Okay.
And can start trying to catch up with them. 4 successes. Hydra gets 2. You are further ahead. You reach the forest and can try to find cover and hide again, if you wish.
Yeah, I will try.
All right.
That's better.
5. Against its perception of 2. Yeah, bigger trees out here, better cover. You going high or you going low?
She's going high.
Cool. You manage to jump and climb up using mostly your forearms instead of your hands as they're not working properly.
Mm-hmm.
And get into the tree, throw the blanket over yourself, the camouflage, and have it look close enough to some of the hanging moss in this old oak that as the Hydra reaches the edge of the garden and skids to a stop, scans, and then takes a step back and starts trotting back towards the tree. And on that, we are clear of combat, and I believe can take our break.
Thank you for watching The Great Game. If you enjoy this story, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow more of our content. You can find all of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
Red sunset lights a dour scene as Echo, you return to the party. Being the party of your friends, not presumably the hedonistic hootenanny happening on the beach right now. You are probably in the best shape. Sloan is dirty and bruised. Aylin, bruised, showing cuts and probably showing more injuries, being half dressed, if I recall correctly. Lyra is supporting Raven as the two try and hold on to their weapons. But laid on the Hydra is burnt to a crisp, still releasing a pretty toxic smelling smoke off into the darkening sky. Drew arrives about the same time you do. What do you guys say and or do? Take it away.
Tell me that you got what we came here for.
Got some of them. It didn't have much time, and we weren't exactly given a number, but we got some.
Tell me you have enough to fix whatever's happening to us, then.
I mean, no. I have no idea how many would be enough to fix whatever's going on.
Can I see one of them, please?
Sure.
I'll take it and bite into it without any warning.
Awesome. Kindly roll me resolve and composure.
Okay. Am I still? Does this require
This
me
is
to
not
be at all the
affected by
negatives?
numbness.
Okay, cool.
This is a purely spiritual resistance check you are trying to make.
Three. And as a reminder, I do like have damage and stuff from supernatural things, so I don't know if that will help me at all.
It'll help.
3 then.
Not a lot.
Well, I only have a pool of 5, OT.
I know. Raven, make me
Yes.
with an awareness, please.
I can do.
Do I get one of my temporary willpower back
Absolutely.
for fulfilling my desire?
You have fulfilled your desire.
Excellent.
That is 4. And can I get a willpower back?
You killed the Hydra. That was your objective, right?
Yes.
You get a willpower back.
And 4.
All right. 4 successes. You perceive in this moment that Sloan is dying. You can reach out to her and try to grab onto her, basically.
I'm going to use that willpower that I just expended to prevent her from dying.
Excellent. So here's how this goes. Sloan, you take a bite of this apple. It tastes really good. Just crisp and clean, and there's something extra, not a flavor, but a sensation. It is, first of all, the platonic ideal of an apple. You can't imagine an apple more perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly right. And as you eat it, you feel warm, and your body feels so energized. You probably get a little smile on your face, and then you sense a certain cold. You feel warm, but the world turns cold, and the forest around you becomes a burned ruin. The grove itself blasted. The lush undergrowth, hard rock. Everything around you is dead and gone. You are alone on this island. The sea seems red, not from the sunset, but something much more sinister. You are pulled into this, and you feel as though something might pull you further, but then there is a hand on your arm. What the rest of you see is Sloan take a bite of an apple, smile, and then throw herself fully backwards, arms out to either side, back arched, and golden light pouring out of her face. Just streaming from her body. stuck in like a silent scream. You also see Raven extend a hand from 20 or 30 feet away and then disappear.
Does Sloan stop freaking out?
Not immediately.
Yeah, I have no medicine. I'm just gonna see what's wrong.
You go over there, rush over.
I was next to her.
Yeah. Okay, so she falls in your lap.
Sloan, darling. Yeah, I have no idea. I can try a raw medicine, or would you let me use a cult to see if I can figure out what the fuck is happening? Yeah, this is not a medical
situation. This is definitely a cult.
Sure, I'll roll with a cult. What do you want me to use?
I'm gonna go wits on this one because this is a quick judgment call about.
I'd love to check, like blood ghosts. Anything?
I'm gonna say you can do one or the other. Call on the blood ghosts, or try to use what you know.
God, I wish I knew what the dice pool was for blood ghosts for this.
If you tried to channel your occult expert, but you don't speak German.
I don't speak German. I'll just
German
use my
is currently writhing in front of you.
I'll use my own intelligence then.
Okay.
I was like, can I use it? I'm not using my the desperation dice.
You absolutely may. Oh, because you guys killed the Hydra, your danger is going to decline by 2. Word of this success will cause second thoughts in a lot of lesser monsters that might have challenged you.
Cool. We're down to 4.
Lovely. I'm still not using them.
Okay. You literally slew a creature of legend. You will not be so easily tested. 2 successes. Definitely magical. Definitely weird. Probably bad. Raven disappearing. I think purely intuition, that's probably a good thing. Anything from Echo?
She's got nothing.
Just shocked silence?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Sloan and Raven. You are in this burned landscape. I think the acrid smell of the toxic slain creature still hangs in the air. But otherwise, you're just here right now. What do you do?
Well, that wasn't what the story said would happen.
And what did the story say would happen?
Well, the apples from Hera's garden are supposed to be the apples of immortality. They're what keep the gods young. My assumption was that at the very least a bite would help to, get us over what happened.
Raven would look out at the scenery. I don't think it was going to heal you.
Well, this doesn't make any sense.
Make a wits and awareness roll, both of you.
Okay. I'm actually not terrible at that. Is this to learn something?
Absolutely.
I will use my desperation dice.
Can't imagine a better time.
4, and I'm gonna overreach. Fuck it.
Absolutely. Danger goes back up to 5.
For the 4.
And that fits. Both of you see him before he acts, which is good, because it looks like his act was going to be taking a shot at Raven. Sloan stepping out from behind a tree and raising a shotgun is Doc.
I'm going to step between him and Raven. Daddy?
Who's your friend there? I don't rightly know her.
This is Raven. She's a friend. Could you put the gun down, please?
He'll let it fall to his side, but you know that he's still very much holding it in a drawable position. Sloan, tell me you ain't joined me here of natural consequence.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I bit into an apple. It was supposed to be one of the apples of immortality from Hera's garden, and it sent me here. I don't know how she got here. Raven, this is my father, Doc Holliday.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I wish it was on better terms.
Give me your persuasion check to make a good impression on Sloan's dad. Charisma plus persuasion, please.
I would like to go in for a hug while that's happening. Just FYI.
Absolutely.
So charisma and persuasion?
Yes, please. Or charisma or manipulation, whichever's higher.
Either way, it's 2.
2 successes.
Yeah.
He gives you the once over, registers you as like a fighting person, and respects that. And then accepts the hug with one arm, and a moment later, 2. Damn, girl. It is good to see you.
You too. You look better than the last time I saw you. Death somehow becomes you.
His mustache twitches. I don't know how this...
I don't either.
I was hoping you would be coming here under different circumstances.
I don't entirely understand the circumstances by which I am here. As I said, I bit into what was supposed to be one of the apples of immortality.
Right, so
should not have
maybe-
sent me here.
You, ma'am, how did you arrive in this place? Talking to Raven.
That's a little bit more difficult to explain, actually.
You should try. Because I'd like to know an answer to the same question.
I'm not entirely human. Neither is my sister.
I feel we are coming to the point.
I was not aware of it until recently, but me and my kin are Valkyries.
Well, don't that just beat all?
Well, triads are real and
No, this is...
Hydra are real.
As actually-
Valkyrie might as
Have
well
you
be.
traveled the River Styx? Do you know what island among the maelstrom from which you hail? Could you find it again?
I would attempt to.
That's very good. And you came here to take her there?
If possible, return her, actually.
He looks between you, and a sudden sense of urgency crosses his face. Right.
What's
I
wrong?
wish we had more time. But if she's taking you back, then it is precious to us. First and foremost, be known, I did not die. Well, I did die from tuberculosis, but it was not caused by mere sickness. There was a group of vampires who worship disease and seek to infect the world with it. That one you killed on the ship, Benny, he was among them, a seller of medicines, fake medicines. If I'm right, and I usually am, something of his might lead you to the others.
That explains a lot.
Second, and this is very important, both of you make resolve and composure checks.
Okay.
That's a 4 for me.
6, that's a critical. That's more successes than I have dice. Sloan wants to hear what her father has to say, God damn it.
The dice are so fucking poetic. I love this. Raven, you're starting to get pulled in 2 directions. One is a sense of inversion, which is a sense of inversion, of flipping upside down, basically. And the other sounds a little bit like singing.
Oh, she would do everything in her power to maintain where she is, but definitely go more towards the inversion.
Cool. Yeah. The environment around you is starting to blur. Think of draw distance in a video game getting smaller. Distant hills are beginning to leave your sight. The horrible storm clouds over your head become less detailed. Sloan.
Yep.
You feel the same pull to flip. But first, you're standing here in front of him. I know she's playing it cool. What is Sloan feeling right now?
Raw fury. And I think there is a part of Sloan that goes back to when she was a little girl and her biological father died. And she kind of latched on to Doc as hard as she could and developed a pretty intense abandonment complex, which made her start like mimicking his speech pattern and acting like him and learning how to shoot and learning how to play cards because she wanted to be just like him because she was desperate to make him happy so that he wouldn't get rid of her.
Mm.
Not that he ever threatened to, but that doesn't matter.
He looks at you, says, "This is very important. Death is not the end of our adventures."
As I can see.
Where I am, where I go, I cannot stay here. I've been indentured in a city far from here. And I intend to leave it as best I can, but I do not think I can do it alone. If ever you find your way back into this accursed place, seek me there.
I will.
And he gives you another incredibly, tight hug. I will be beside you whenever I can. I will be with you. Stay safe.
She is nodding.
And I'm so and then you flip. And the light stops, and you are back where you were. Raven, so are you. The apple slips from your fingers. You are fully healed, though.
She comes to weeping.
Sloan is, Aylin is just on you. Like, Sloan, please.
I'm all right, darling. I'm here.
Sloan.
You were kind of crushing the wind out of me, though. If you could ease up a little bit.
Sorry, and she drops you. We're sitting on the ground, but like she drops you.
She kind of rolls off onto the ground. Well, that sounds about right. No, I feel great, but no one else should do that. I don't think the apple's going to help. However, they might help in another way.
What do you mean?
Well, I think it killed me temporarily, and Raven, she'll kind of nod at Raven, somehow stopped it from being permanent and it brought me back.
It definitely killed you. Please don't do it again.
Oh, I don't intend to. No one else here should bite one of those. However, we don't have to mention to a certain fairy bitch that she shouldn't.
Do you think it would have the same effect on her?
She'll shrug a little bit. Either it prolongs her life, which is gonna happen one way or the other if we don't get rid of her, or it'll kill her and we don't have to deal with it. We didn't even have to raise the weapons, and we could very well just give the dryads their apples back.
Two things. One, I'm trying to remember if we know about the Valkyrie shit, because Sloan did not mention it. And
only Sloan.
Well,
Echo does.
Yeah,
oh, right.
at this point,
It's
Aylin is the
true.
only one
Echo.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Can I tell that Sloan, because I already saw the flash of light. Can
From
I tell
Lyra.
that?
You saw the flash of light from Lyra. Yeah.
I was going to say, can I tell that Sloan's withholding information?
Sloan isn't even necessarily withholding it. It just hasn't occurred to her to say it. What she said is, I don't know exactly what she did, which is true.
How? Yeah, I'll just ask. I'm just going to fucking ask Raven. How did you bring her back?
Well, and it's something that I would have eventually brought up, but things evidently accelerated. Do you remember before we departed, I potentially ran into a problem but people thought I was dead?
No, you were fucking dead.
You were dead.
I was dead, yes. Well, comes to find out that, well, I'm a Valkyrie. And I asked to be returned, and that's how I am still here now. Now that I'm aware of the situation, I am able to access at least a little portion of those abilities.
Well, why wouldn't Valkyrie be real?
Well, you're taking it better than I expected.
No, I'm not, but I've learned to control a lot of my temper recently.
Well, Hydra are real, and dryads are real, and fairies are real, so Valkyries being real isn't that far of a stretch.
Can you die?
Yes.
Lyra nods. Should also be have to make clear that dying is painful. Pain is real.
Yes,
So-
dying seems to be painful for all of us.
Well, except you, points to Sloan, who, again, you're fully healed.
Yep.
The injuries you suffered during that fight are gone.
Yep. Well, I know.
Aylin still has aggravated damage.
I know everyone else is still feeling a little out of sorts, but we probably should get going. I have vampires to find and slaughter, so I'd like to get back on the ship and get back to a world that makes a little bit more sense than this place does.
So before we just fuck off into the abyss, killing The fairy bitch.
Yes.
I believe that giving her the apple first, if it does work for her, as it did technically work for you, might not increase our chances.
I don't know about all that.
Hey, OT, I asked you a question in the end.
Right. So, I'm going to have you make a roll for this.
Okay.
The question was, could you have acquired cold iron as well as silver?
Yes.
As that is a vulnerability of Fae. You've been able to acquire a great many things through wealth and connections. I'm going to have you make... First of all, do you have anyone in contact specifically who would help you with this?
I do have 2 dots of contact that I imagine would have been shifted in the 2 years toward more supernatural stuff than just general criminal things.
Absolutely. 2 dots. I'm going to have you make a roll. I'm going to have you roll, I think, Dex and Larceny, plus those 2 dots. Because the trick isn't finding someone who would have something like that. That's part of it. But the other part is getting to them and getting that item without Elmanore knowing you did it. Which requires cloak and dagger against someone who is like actively part of your crew.
It would appear that Termite has lost sound.
Hi, I'm back. I can hear again.
There we go.
Excellent. Yeah, you're rolling against Elmanore to have snuck this stuff past her.
Oh, okay.
So
6.
6 hits. Elmanore is pretty smart. What did I give her for mental stats? Well, smarter than she looks, I guess. Boy, was she not paying attention. She pulls a big 0 on 8 dice. So yeah, honestly, probably you made a plan to acquire some of these cold iron knives, and she was like, "Where are you going on the ship?" You went, "I'm going to get some tools." "Oh, do you need more money? Here you go." Just entirely distracted by something more interesting than you buying more equipment. So yeah, we'll say you've got 2.
Well, I do have something that might work.
I'm listening.
Hopefully. Well, so over my time, I've gathered a few things, and I may or may not have been ready for something like this to go sideways. And been preparing for if I need to solve a potential problem. So I might have gotten a couple of knives that might play to a particular vulnerability of hers.
For the first time, I'm delighted that you have a plan to kill one of your, allies.
Ally is a bit of a strong word.
That's what I was going to say. Allies don't manipulate you and strand you on islands like this just for their own benefit.
So what? Someone distracts her and Echo sneaks up and And Aylin just does the little finger across the throat.
That is one of my concerns. I was happy to rely on the apple because we know she's going to want to eat it.
Can I check with now that Sloan's alive, can I check with one of my blood ghosts about this?
Which would you like to consult?
Oh my god, what's his name?
The German guy?
The German.
I mean, you can certainly call him up, but he speaks German. Do you?
No, I'm for you. I'm going to translate as best I can. As all right, I'd like it. I just want to literally be a medium for a second.
Like, you do know that Sloan speaks German.
I do know that Sloan speaks German. I just want to essentially channel a ghost.
Okay. Normally takes 10 minutes to pull one up without a roll. Otherwise, you are like popping into your brain and saying something and then back out and trying to say that out loud and taking the response. It would be cumbersome.
Do you mind waiting a few minutes while I consult with someone?
We're all right here, darling. Or does this have to do with you getting a strange, silly voice earlier and talking about yourself in the third person?
We haven't talked about this part, have we?
No.
Everybody who had a point of numbing, it goes down by 1.
Not any real depth. The ghosts.
The ghosts.
Right, that thing we hadn't really unpacked yet.
Well, it's a lot.
Sure, we can wait a few minutes. It's only been a few years since he died. I can wait.
What?
Told you I have vampires to go and kill.
Oh, God. Yeah, Aylin is going to, I guess, where she is, start working on a ritual.
Okay. Give me a wits and awareness, Sloan and Raven. And Echo. All 3.
Oh boy.
These famously are such great rolls.
Wits and awareness. Yay.
The Oliver of our game.
3's not bad.
1.
Why is it not working for me?
Good question.
Are you trying to roll in the wrong... there we go.
It's 4.
You guys have moved a little ways away, I think. But on 4, you can look up and see that the lesser Hydra that was chasing Echo around has arrived and begun to consume the remains of the greater Hydra and is increasing in size.
Well, we should go.
It's fine. I can talk to them anywhere.
I will pull Sloan to her... I will pull Aylin to her feet. Start moving.
Yeah, she does
away.
need medical attention.
Right. With 7.75 apples in hand. You move a little further. Aylin can begin channeling one of her spirits. And you head back towards the beach. Go ahead and give me the roll, Aylin, to channel the spirit, because you don't have your equipment. But you won't have to spend a willpower because you're doing it over time.
I was like, why would I not have my equipment with me? I just need I just need the little box.
Oh, yeah. No, you have each item that summons the specific ghost.
It's not like I'm a person who could pack up in the middle of the night and disappear with just a small bag. So that'd be crazy. Anyway, let me pull up the roll.
I guess I actually have to ask then. No, this is your thing. You would definitely have taken that to the movie theater.
Oh my gosh. So I do have to roll to summon him, even though I have all my, even with the totem, or not totem, but like the.
If you don't roll, then it's just not going to happen, and that'll be lame. So it works.
Yay!
After part of your hike back down this mountain, Aylin starts speaking German.
Just before it hits, like I think Aylin's been muttering the whole time, like softly muttering the whole time, and doing whatever she's, a speedy little ritual. Aylin grabs Sloan, like by the shoulders, and just says, "You speak German, correct?" And then it's too late.
Yeah.
And Hans is there.
Aylin.
All right.
And Aylin's face doesn't change, but I imagine that the way she like holds her jaw and stuff changes slightly, and so just looks a little confused and concerned.
You've seen. It's funny because you've seen Aylin fake being a medium before, and she has a specialty in like performing the supernatural, and this is worse. Like what? Like you've seen it. She's done the like, oh, I'm a little, I'm your grandmother back from the past or whatever. You've seen that before. This is like a little too real.
There's also, I would say, in this particular performance, because he is a stuffy academic who specialized in weird shit nobody cared about, there is a profound degree of cringe, which I'm now going to give to Clara to portray a little bit. There's an awkwardness, but very like professorial, superior awkwardness.
Right. Yes, that. And also, I think Aylin's eyes change color. They're now a darker brown.
Well, that's unsettling. And then in German, she will say, "Who am I talking to?"
I don't know this man's full name.
You've called him Hans, which conveniently is his name.
He gives his full name. He gives his full name
Dr.
and
Hans
academic
Gruber.
accolades.
Sorry, Professor Hans Gruber.
OT.
Well, if you come up with a name, we can use that.
Fine. Hans Morgenstern.
Out of character. We've been so back and forth. I now don't remember what I'm supposed to be talking to this man about.
Whether they're not, what the apples
Aylin
are going
didn't
to
tell
do.
you.
Yeah, that's true. Oops. Hans, as Aylin asks you, she wants to know about the apples. Oh wait, I'm the one who's saying it.
Yep.
So I think there's a little bit of like internal arguing.
I would like to know about the apples, yes, and why one of Hera's apples of immortality managed to kill me. I came back in much better shape than I left in, but
All right, you may, Clara, roll your intelligence plus his occult of 4 plus your desperation dice.
Will I get penalties if those desperation dice do the thing?
I mean, this is the system.
yes. If you roll a 1
I did forget to just add the desperation dice this time.
That's okay. They are optional.
They are optional.
I'm so stressed about the danger going up after we've just dropped it again. It's fine. 2 successes is what we're getting.
2 successes. This guy has studied a fair amount of the weird and absurd. I think he found Greek mythology a little too mainstream, because that, like, Mediterranean history and mythology, with Egyptmania included, it's too in, brainless socialites are talking about that crap, so he's not interested in it.
Of course, I have a fucking hipster in me.
First time you said that. The fact is, he knows from your accounts that it would definitely be dangerous for you to eat it. It would probably be dangerous for Echo to eat it. But maybe Aylin would have better results since there's stuff going on with her magically. Maybe the ghosts could fortify her somehow. And the two Valkyries having some treaty with death already. There's no version of eating them that isn't dangerous.
What about
the fairy?
The Fae are known to be tricky, and you should never assume you know where you are with them. Actually, have them make another roll.
Can I
It's
help?
a separate world of lore. Yes, how would you help? And if
I
anyone else wants to chime in. Well, no, I guess they're speaking German, so you can't.
have a cult. I may not necessarily know about the stuff that he's thinking about, but I am good at puzzling out people and puzzles in general. It's kind of part of my thing, is I'm good at reading situations. And I do have a dot of occult, so
Yeah, go for it.
int and occult, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, Clara, you can roll the 7 again.
At this point, I don't.
Oh, way better.
At this point, I don't care. I don't know. If he got 4, I'm just going to roll the 3 then. It's 4 successes on 3
Also
dice.
4 successes on 3 dice.
How do I know as much as the random professor of occult knowledge?
Because I roll like shit.
You actually rolled pretty well. Half of those came up as successes. It's not bad.
The one time.
So here's the thing. Some Fae hold a similar sort of mythological position to gods, depending on your comparative religions, like depending on who you ask. Now, that doesn't mean that the apples will work for a Fae like they do for a god. He does point out that there are several myths where gods use golden apples from both Greek and Norse traditions.
Idun's apples.
Exactly. Will they kill her? Depends on how far she's fallen from her original power.
I will look over to Echo. How long has it been since she lost her access to whatever it was that kept her young before?
Oh, it's been 2 years.
I will
Give or take a bit.
I'll translate that for Hans.
He says that that's good information, but he doesn't know how fast a Fae princess loses magic. So that's just guesswork.
Yeah. Not much I can fill in there. I didn't even know Fae were real until earlier today, so.
He does want to know what you're trying to do here.
Trying to figure out how to kill her. She wants the apples. If it has the similar effect to what it had on me, on her, I say we just give them to her. Let her kill herself and rid us of her. But if it does what she thinks it's going to do and extends her life and potentially makes her more powerful, that's not helpful.
Go ahead and make one more roll for me, Aylin. And Echo, I'm going to have you roll. Ooh. You got anything like. You got Streetwise, right?
I do have Streetwise, yes.
Roll intelligence plus Streetwise.
Sure. 4.
3 successes for the professor, but 4 for Echo. I think it would probably occur to you because he calls her a princess. And you steal from everybody equally, usually the people with the most money.
Mm-hmm.
But thieves know the more powerful the person you cross, the greater the chance that it blows back on you. There's a good chance, whether by apple or cold silver dagger, you can injure or kill Elmanore. She does have parents.
I mean, sure, parents that exiled her because she tried to get them killed.
I'm just telling you it's crossing your mind. I would be remiss if I did not mention it in this conversation. Cool. As to whether the apple will hurt her or help her, hard to say. Or maybe it'll put her in a weakened state temporarily.
That was my thought. Can we at least assume, most likely, we'll have a few moments when she first bites into it where she will be caught up in a state much like I was. She is looking at Echo as she says it.
I have no fucking clue. It's possible. But I have no idea.
She will look at Hans. I think it's safe to assume we'd have at least a few seconds.
He is fascinated to see how this goes down, but has no further information to provide, having never held a golden apple or examined its effects.
All right, well, thank you. You were very helpful, Professor.
Weren't you just watching? Sorry, anyway.
No, he witnessed it happen, but he would need, a month,
No,
a
I
lab,
know.
a couple of apples. He doesn't like guesswork, and if you wanted actual information, he'd need to study it.
Aylin throws herself on the chaise lounge in the brownstone.
Well, Professor, that was very helpful. Thank you for your time.
Can I switch back?
Guten Tag. You may absolutely.
Yeah. You see Aylin.
You guys are close to the beach at this point.
You see Aylin sort of shudder, and her demeanor goes back to how you've always known her.
All right. Well, if everyone is amenable to the plan, I think we should try.
Probably not a bad idea.
How do we gauge how long?
We won't have long. Echo, do you have that thing?
Of course.
Right. So here's my thought. I will go and barter or negotiate with her. If we just hand them over, she's likely to get suspicious. So if I make it sound like we're loath to give them up, especially with me showing up with my clothes in such disarray, but not a mark on me. I think there's evidence that they work.
And what if she's powerful enough that it does actually heal her?
My point, my theory. Listen, the reality is she's either going to take them and get better anyway, or we give them to her and take advantage of the split second at least when she is overcome with the power of them and we get rid of her.
There's also a good chance that she and her party are partied out.
That seems unlikely given how she behaved.
Well, there is one way to get her distracted, and she'll look towards Aylin.
She is in no fit state for what I think you are suggesting.
I don't want it, but
Aylin's like looking between Sloan and Raven like, I don't know how to navigate this one.
as the person that's actually going to be taking care of her in the situation that we get her distracted, I'd rather it not be during that.
I don't think it needs to be. But if it comes to it, no offense, darling, but you are, she will look Aylin over. You need to rest.
I think
the second point of numbness comes off of anyone who had 2.
I would like some medical attention regardless.
Yes. Can't very well do that if you're part of the let's go murder the fairy.
I would like to see her dead. I'm worried about using the apple. I do not think that it's going to hurt me any further to make out with a fairy princess or whatever.
My point is that the state you are in, especially if things go bad, one, you're going to be the first person she grabs on to. And you're not in any fit state to take any more of a beating. 2, given your current everything, and she will gesture at the various like wounds and like blood everywhere. Darling, I love you. You are the most beautiful woman in the world as far as I'm concerned, and I still wouldn't sleep with you right now. Certainly not when I'm surrounded by a bunch of dryads who are probably more than happy to oblige.
Aylin looks incensed. She is weak and just like leans on Sloan. I'm not. Fine, you do it.
Aylin, Elmanore is at least twice as vain as you are.
I'm not fighting with you about this anymore. I'm not doing well.
In fact, only one of you is.
Yeah.
So.
There's a reason why Sloan is like, please stop trying to do this.
Well, I guess then it's agreed that Sloan sleeps with Elmanore.
Oh,
wait, hold on.
Sloan is going to try and negotiate with her, and if it has to escalate, it will.
To escalate?
Right, so we're gonna have Sloan go and negotiate with her. And we're gonna hope to fuck that it doesn't go any further than that.
Yes.
As I said, not my first plan, just an option.
Can it wait while this is happening? I would love to get medical attention while we're there.
Something tells me that the second we show up with all the apples, she's going to want our attention immediately, so... she will sign to Drew. I don't suppose you have any medical knowledge.
She makes a grimacing face and takes out a first aid kit.
Excellent. And she will gesture to Aylin. All right. Give us the apples.
Aylin, you lose 2 points of lethal damage off your track.
Yay.
Oh, which does just convert it to superficial.
I only had one
Unfortunate.
lethal, so
Cool. You also lose a point of bashing then.
I have 1 health.
Can we gather all of the apples up?
Yep.
Echo?
Actually, question for the group. Are you giving her all the apples that you got?
I mean, I'm holding on to at least the one I bit into. I'm not going to give her that one, because we don't need her knowing that we're aware of how the apples work.
Okay. But you stole 8. Her request was non-specific. How many do you want to give her? How many do you want to try and keep, if any?
I would love 1 for research.
3.5.
Why don't we take 2? Hold on to the others.
Bring her 2, keep 6 for ourselves.
Correct.
All right.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. You reach the edge of the forest. The beach is out in front of you. It is a wild party. It is Burning Man, Woodstock. There is a fountain of wine on the beach and a river flowing down it into which people are like getting down on their hands and knees and drinking.
Wow. You.
It is a wild party.
She does throw a lovely bacchanalia.
We have walked away from the rest of them, so it's just Echo and I.
Oh, yeah, you guys went back. I thought we had headed back together. You're good.
Sloan wrinkles her nose at the people.
If you guys want to split up, you do so now.
Yeah. Sloan wrinkles her nose at the people drinking out of the wine in what is effectively just a ditch. Do we see Elmanore?
Give me a wits and awareness roll, both of you.
One of these days I'm going to memorize this die pool because you ask for it so often. Yeah, 1.
Cool. You see her, yes.
Okay. What's she doing?
She appears to be engaged in deep conversation with some other people.
Okay. Guess we will head that way.
Yeah, there's like so the ship you guys came in on again is grounded. And it looks like a section of the deck was at some point like pried loose. So there is full deck of the ship on the beach, raised up a little bit, and she is sitting on it with perhaps a dozen others, talking and laughing and drinking.
I'm just gonna lean over and murmur to Echo, how does she expect us to get out of here if she's destroyed the ship?
I don't think she thought about it.
Well, she didn't. I know someone with decision-making skills like that. And she'll kind of straighten her back a little bit, continue walking.
Aylin, you take a point of psychic damage.
I can't take more, frankly.
All right, so you're both going up to her, or is Echo going to sneak up from behind?
We're both going up.
Yeah, we're both going up.
Okay. You cross past passengers and crew and pirates, dancing and drinking, and in some cases, copulating furiously. Looks like the majority of that is happening away in the woods, but not all of it.
Sloan, as we are walking up, is gonna like take off her hat like undo the top few buttons of her shirt just so that there's a little bit of cleavage. Just sort of making herself slightly more appealing. This is me leaning into my pretty dice.
Mm-hmm. Elmanore is nodding to one of her guests and then looks up at you and cracks the biggest smile. Hello, darling. How are you?
Well, we are...
What was your name again?
Sloan.
Sloan.
Sloan Holliday.
That's absolutely delightful. Thank you for joining us. This is Eagle, Erethesis, and Hesparides. They are my honored guests. And she indicates the three other people at her table, who are some of the most beautiful Italian women you could possibly imagine, dressed in almost totally sheer gowns, and they regard you coolly.
Sloan will give a respectful nod. Lovely to meet you, ladies. Good evening. Your Majesty, may we have a word?
A word? Well, we're having quite a few. Would you like to join us?
I think this might be a conversation for privacy. Privacy. Sorry, out of character. I keep losing my accent.
Right, well, it is a party, and I would hate to be a poor host. Turning towards the three. Perhaps we can consult in more detail once festivities have died down a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I will do so.
To get the vibe of the table.
Do I want my desperation dice for this? Yeah, fuck it. Well, overreach.
Oh, good.
Overreach.
So that's danger 7.
It is 7 successes, though. That is not danger 7. That's danger 6, dear. Because remember, we went down by 2, and then now we're back up to where we were.
We are. Didn't we gain 1 earlier?
We did. So we went from 6 to 4 to 5.
To 5
This
to
puts
7. It increases by the number of ones.
Fuck me. I didn't even see the second one. Okay, cool.
Yep.
It is 2. Danger 7?
Yep.
So we're loading the second gun now.
We are.
Okay. Well.
At least it's a 7 successes.
First of all, these 3 are the Hesparides.
Yeah.
This is their island. That was their Hydra. It's their apples in your pocket. Technically, they are Hera's apples. The Hesparides are their charged guardians and tenders of the grove. And you look at Elmanore. She is nervous. She's absolutely playing the host, which is maybe the thing she does best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is her wheelhouse. Being here and performing and making these 3 divine beings feel welcome and catered to as befits their station. And I think you catch in her little glance and a bit of forced smile that has not been easy. And she's concerned that they are probably not approving. Like, a misstep at this party spells trouble for everyone, her included.
Okay, with a 7 on an insight check, can I tell what would help ease things in this moment?
What would help ease things?
Yes. Help make the Hesparides happy.
2 danger is because as you are clocking all of this, they are clocking that you are too competent, entirely sober, and have apparently been in a fight recently. If you and most of the gang don't get down like your normal party people who have never been professional, they're going to clock you guys as thieves and champions in traditional sense.
Okay.
Danger 7 is all of you have to
Pretty.
not be caught by them. And they're going to be watching you, at least until dawn.
Cool. Well, I wouldn't want to disrupt the host and her honored guests. So, I suppose I'm going to go get a drink. Maybe find a card game to join.
Absolutely, darling. Everyone should be having a lovely time.
And I
what
will.
was it you were saying about Dionysus? And you are dismissed.
I will throw my arm around Echo and steer her away. We're gonna have to wait. And we're gonna have to go get the other two to act like they're having a good time. Convincingly.
I'll be honest, the other two might be able to. There is no way I'm going to be able to do that.
You're gonna have to. Or the whole party's gonna turn on us, and it's gonna start with those ones at the table with Elmanore. And we can't take them. For right now, they don't think we're thieves. If we don't get our act together, they will. Now,
Yeah.
I am fairly keen-sighted. I have caught the looks that you and Raven are giving each other. I suggest you go get some drinks and go spend some time with the lady who makes your face do that thing.
Thing? What thing?
Your eyes go all soft, and it's obvious you're trying not to smile. It's fine. It's endearing. Go have a good time with a woman that you like. If you're actually doing it, you'll be all the more convincing.
Right.
She's a beautiful woman. Shouldn't be that hard.
You guys rejoin the others.
Yep. All right, well, good news and bad news. Good news is everything is fine, and so far they don't know that we're thieves. Bad news is they will if we don't start having a very good time very quickly. So, can I say that I grabbed a couple bottles of wine on my way over?
Yes.
I'm going to put a couple of bottles of wine down, one in front of Echo, one in front of Raven. You two should stop drinking and spending time together and enjoying each other's company. And I will take care of this lovely lady. And I will gesture to Aylin.
Aylin wanted to argue, but she's actually team getting Echo and Raven together, so literally just turns around and pushes them. Eventually, sheep need to make a move.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means you're
Get
clearly
going.
interested in each other and you need to stop beating around the bush. It's cute for the first little while, but after a while it just gets tedious for everyone else who's watching and waiting.
Raven is visibly flustered.
The fuck
Stop
do you mean watching and
beating.
waiting?
Stop
Lyra
beating around the
steps in and
bush so
says-
you can get some bush.
Lyra steps in and says, right, you're all sort of piling on my sister here, which is unfair, because that's supposed to be my job.
Well, would you
Raven?
like to tell her that she ought to acknowledge it?
Raven, Echo, you're both filthy from that fight. And if you go over that way, behind those trees, there's a nice spring where you can bathe. Do you understand? Right, hopeless. I'm going to go now. Good luck.
No.
Have fun. Don't die.
I will sign to Drew that she also needs to have a good time.
Drew has picked up one of those bottles and is chugging it.
Excellent.
She signs to you, briefly one-handed,
Way ahead
almost
of you.
died, way ahead.
I gotcha. Are you going to make me roll to do something kind of cinematic but silly?
Depends on what it is.
I would like to basically put my shoulder into Aylin's like midsection and like put her over my shoulder and carry her away.
Aylin, would you resist this?
No.
Then no roll needed.
Excellent. Thank you. Because I would definitely lose.
Cool. Well, it would be strength and athletics for both of you, so I wouldn't be so sure.
I think she has more dice than me.
I think I
It
do.
would be close.
Oh, that's fun. Do Echo and Raven take the bullying of their friends and relations, or are you like gonna drink and hang out more?
Honestly, Echo would drink. She is not. To say she's not in the mood for anything beyond that is an understatement. She wants to pass the fuck out. So she is happy to have a good time and like bathe, but I don't think things are going to go further than that.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
But they would definitely be together
Yes.
for that period. Yes.
Given that Echo made it clear that she didn't think she could, I think Sloan is going to err on the side of caution and assume that they are not going to go out and have a really good time. So she is going to turn to Aylin. I need you to be prepared to act like your life depends on it, because it does.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm going to drag you into the middle of that party, and I'm going to pretend that I'm not angry at you at all, but instead am completely overjoyed that you are here and that I get to see you again. And I'm going to make sure that the whole damn party knows it. And I need you to keep your head and not get too emotional about it. We can unpack everything after.
I would love nothing more than to pretend everything is all right.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm dragging Aylin into the middle of the party, and we're going to bang in front of everybody. I don't care who watches.
Yeah, sure.
I
Nightmare.
thought you might kiss or maybe dance, but okay.
Nope.
We're having, thank God we're alive, sex.
Yeah, we will start with drinking and making out, but it will escalate because I am providing cover for the lesbian sheep.
Okay. The troll in me makes me want you to roll something for
You
this.
had better fucking not.
Haven't we been through enough?
Right? I was like, haven't we earned this?
Please.
Absolutely. You absolutely have.
I mean, I will if I get like extra dice, but you should really just let me have it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're willing to go all the way to sell this?
Mhm.
And it's not like there's not a lot of pent-up emotional bullshit.
To be clear, I am pillow princessing the fuck out of Aylin.
And I've never had to fake it with Sloan.
Which means that Sloan is actually going to largely stay dressed. But...
All right. Awesome. Listeners, I know you're already thinking about writing. Ask permission first.
I'll just say it now. Permission granted.
Oh, I gave permission ages back.
Yep.
All right. With the sheep, you guys find fully a hot spring where you can like bathe and talk if there are things you want to say, because that's not happening with the other two.
The first thing Echo does is undress and then redress her bandage, because it's been a while.
That looks very painful, she'll say as she's taking a swig.
I've had
And
worse.
she, at this point, has fully submerged into the hot spring.
Might get a little complicated with this, but it should be fine.
It actually hurts less than it did. Apparently, some of this numbing agent is good for something. But proceed.
So, no, we shouldn't talk about it.
No, if anything, now is the time for any sort of questions or statements that you wish to make. It's been a while. And we didn't leave on the best of terms.
Well, unfortunately, I think that's just what happens when the Queen of England gets involved in things.
And she's still involved now, unfortunately.
Well,
Well,
I don't. I'm not sure how the fight works. I'll be honest. Judging by how your clothes looked, things didn't go well.
well, not initially. It has been hard, but I'm learning more about myself and the events that took place that led me to where I was. As for you, it seemed that you were figuratively and literally sailing the high seas.
Yeah. I've been living on a boat with Elmanore and the rest of my crew, except for Max, who I don't know where he's at now.
Well, when everything is said and done, we can attempt to find him. I have connections in many places more now than I did before.
Well, I'd certainly appreciate the help. Though, a couple hurdles to get over before we get to that point. There's a reason that you left, after all.
Well, enemies of the crown and all that.
Oh,
And-
no, he left because of Elman.
Oh,
The party that she's throwing right now. It's constant. Doesn't stop. There's a reason that I've been, I'll be honest, looking for a reason to get rid of her.
I understand. I'm tired as well. Constantly running, constantly on a job. It's exhausting.
I don't think exhausting even covers it.
I will say it's, even given the circumstance, it's nice to be here again. With you, I mean.
Yeah, it is.
Raven will slowly scooch closer. Once everything's done, and whether or not we are cleared to return, no longer enemies of the crown, if you are interested, still, at least, we could find a nice cottage somewhere.
Before today, I probably would have agreed to that without a thought. I don't.
What changed?
You're a Valkyrie?
Yeah. Yeah. I swore I was going to tell you. I didn't get a chance with everything that was happening. And given everything that was happening, I didn't want to put you in further danger.
It's not even that you didn't tell me. I don't. The whole reason I do this is honestly, it's almost entirely out of spite. All these things trying to force themselves into places. It's important to me that I'm just a person. The whole reason that I hunt is, well, that I still hunt, is because I take a certain amount of pride in being able to do all this to things that are leagues more capable and powerful than I am. I just... I don't know how to feel about any of this. Aylin was bad enough, but
it took me years to come to terms. I would not expect you to come to terms so soon. And you're not just a person, by the way. You're exceptional. You're anything but just a person.
Sure, but anybody could do what I do if they tried hard enough. Don't count on ghosts running around in my blood to throw fire or anything like that.
Not everybody can break into the royal vault of Her Majesty, let alone not just anyone can outwit the Fae during a Fae wild hunt. And hold their own with werewolves, vampires, and all manner of supernatural creatures that go bump in the night that we've encountered. You sell yourself short. And until I died, I was just as mortal, and still am just as mortal as the rest. I can't make fire from my hands like Aylin. Can't speak, well, can kind of speak with the dead. But that's pretty much all I can do, aside from ward off death occasionally. But it's even more exceptional that you're not supernatural, and you hold your own.
How... going to try and word this very delicately. Of what you're capable of, how much could you do before what happened at Stonehenge?
Before the advent of Stonehenge, I was essentially just human. I was not aware of what I was until that happened. I didn't get access to anything really supernatural for at least a year and a half after.
Right. So you can... Sorry, this is all rather a lot.
I understand. It's not easy. She'll finish off the bottle.
Why do you do this? Why do you hunt?
For now, some semblance of normalcy. A part of me wants to have things go back to the way they were prior to everything exploding. My team being taken out and my world turning upside down. Another part of me is fighting for what could be potentially there in the future. A life where I'm not on the run all the time. That my sister and Drew and honestly, yourself, Aylin, and now Sloan aren't involved in all of these supernatural situations. That we can live relatively normal lives. But I also know, or at least starting to get to know, normal is different for everybody. And perhaps I just need to get used to this.
You
I don't
know,
know. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I've had a bit of downtime since we separated. And I realized that I had a few things that I could use a bit of work on. But honestly, at this point, I'm just curious if I'm curious how well I can keep up with you.
Well, considering I almost died again, and you
Sorry,
have nary a
what?
scratch, I would say that you can handle yourself very well.
Hold on. You almost died again?
The Hydra was difficult.
Right.
Hard to miss a giant bruise on Raven's chest from where a tree fell on her.
Got it. Well, I appreciate your input, but it's not exactly what I meant.
The wheels are not turning in her head, by the way.
That's fine. We've got an evening. We're not going to be able to do anything until the party's over. Not about the situation. So, should we at least try and make the best of it?
Yes.
It'll be like the last party. Hopefully I won't be passing out by the end of this one, though. She kind of smiles and moves a bit closer.
No promises.
That feels
She'll
like a
move closer as well.
that feels like a good time to fade to black on you guys. And then we transfer to the no, wait, we can't go there.
I don't push to talk. You can't hear me laughing this hard.
No, wait, hang on. Who do we have? Lyra. What's Lyra up to? Meanwhile, Lyra at the party. Nope, she's busy.
Don't go to Drew. She's definitely busy still.
That's the problem with being mostly women. There isn't like a natural stopping point until you get dehydrated.
And there is some. You ever been at a party and think you're exhausted, and then you walk out and bump into somebody, and suddenly you're back in it?
Yeah.
This whole party is that.
I'm assuming we're getting
stuck here
willpower
for
back.
I'm hoping we're not stuck here for 3 years again.
Everybody is getting their willpower restored, equal to their composure or resolve, whichever is higher.
Oh. I'm at least.
As whether you rest or not, this party counts as restful.
I actually have almost all my willpower back. I'm so happy.
I need to heal
Yay.
willpower damage. Jesus.
Oh, I definitely need to heal.
No, I have willpower. I have aggravated willpower.
Same.
Oh.
Which I can't do anything about until we get off this fucking island.
Yeah.
Slowly, gradually, the sun begins to rise. Those of you that partied through the night get to watch the party itself, which has started to slow. Everyone stops what they're doing in whatever state they're in, turns and faces the rising sun.
What does that mean?
The three nymphs, the Hesparides. Double checking myself, but I believe they are specifically of the rising sun.
Mm.
And so, as approximately 1,000 mortals place their heads on the sand in a bow, the three Hesparides stand. Each kisses Elmanore, and then walk through all of you back towards the forest.
Eventually they're going to find out that the Hydra is dead.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move quickly.
Your group can reconvene back on the beach. Two of you are clean and rested, and two of you are much, much dirtier and rested.
Fine, it did what it was supposed to do.
And it's not who you think. Anyway.
I will help Aylin get herself back together. And we will find the other two.
Not hard. They're the only ones standing up.
Did you notice the ship has been taken apart?
We did.
I did. We're gonna have to talk to her about that.
Elmanore,
Other
looking a
things.
little disheveled. She didn't spend the whole night talking to the Hesparides.
Did she? Never mind.
Yes.
Was that ever in question?
I was going to ask if she joined us.
Kinda?
You want to roll for that? That's a roll.
Yeah, that's I want to see this.
Sure. If we can roll together, I'm happy to roll.
Absolutely.
Why not?
I do feel like it's gotta be performance.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm not good
Charisma
at that.
plus.
Can I use manipulation? Because technically we're trying to keep people distracted.
Right, I was like, can I use subterfuge?
I will allow all of this.
Okay.
Because it certainly
Because-
matters.
Does she find me pretty?
Oh yeah. Both of you.
Excellent.
I don't
Alright.
get a benefit from
It's 7 dice manipulation and
Oh, critical.
for once, Aylin rolls really, really well, and it's on a sex roll.
Listen,
It's
if
on a
I had a
performance.
nickel,
It's in character.
I was like, can I
Oh,
use
yeah.
my specialty? Because technically she's supernatural.
Yeah.
4 and 6.
10 exceeds the threshold I had in mind. The orgy is amazing. And the Hesparides leave suspicious, but satisfied.
Well, once they are gone, Sloan is going to turn to Elmanore. Do you have a plan to get us off this island, given that you all ripped half the ship apart?
As a matter of fact, I do. I am pretty sure that once I've had one of these apples, I'll be able to sort of recharge one of these things I brought with me, and from there move all of us someplace, wherever.
As much as I enjoy your company, Elmanore, it'd be lovely to get home, as I've left several people in a state that I would rather. I'm very concerned for them.
So she's all right, yes. And I enjoy your company, but I should be clear I intend to depart it once I've sent you all back.
Oh, no.
I know you're a better liar than that.
Whatever will we do?
At this point, Raven and Echo can come up.
Right. So
Your 3 friends in a whatever state of undress they decree. Well, 2 friends and Elmanore.
Sloan is still mostly dressed.
Right. So, I figure we've got about half an hour before they figure out what's happened. It did work, yes?
Barely.
Lovely.
Aylin and I were together for a long time.
Mhm.
I imagine that we have a little bit of like that shorthand where
Thieves' camp.
where you can look at somebody and just tell what they're thinking.
You literally
Depends
have
on the
dice that
complex-
reflect that.
Yeah, depends on the complexity of the thought. Receiving, you're good at. Sending, less so.
Right. Here's the thing.
Ha ha ha.
I mostly want to glance at her because she has had all of this weird shit that she's been able to do and ghosts in her blood. And it's kind of like a questioning look, like, do you have an alternative to this bitch taking us home? Without it being like that complex of a question. It's mostly like, do you have an answer for this? Because the plan was for us to murder her.
Jesus Christ. What a crazy time to have to do this. I'm so sorry. Is Gordon back yet?
God damn. He's getting closer. He can now get a whole word out before he vanishes.
I don't think we have that kind of time then. I think Aylin looks at Sloan and kind of has the get the
almost apologetic look, like, sorry, dear.
Yeah, and because Aylin wants this bitch dead too. And she kind of gives her a shrug, like, I think we can make it work, but it's definitely and she leans over to Sloan and she says something like, do you remember San Francisco the house with the red dragon?
Out of character. I don't know what you're talking about. I would assume Sloan would.
Yes, it is. It was just. She's just making reference to it was one of those we did something really stupid to get out of a sticky situation, and it should not have worked. She's got hope that we could pull something like that again, but it would be incredibly risky.
Think
Raven and Echo, you do arrive to this subtextual conversation, and Elmanore looking tired, happy, and expectant.
Right. So, where's the conversation at?
Well, the ship
I was about to get one of my apples, and then I was going to take you all home.
Ship is ruined, so we need her to take us back.
You couldn't sail out of here even if you had it.
How are you going to get us home?
Magic.
Right. Oh, wow. Where did the Cockney come from? Here's my offer, because a fair few of us nearly died getting these damn things. I will give you one. Take us home. Two.
Right.
Out of character, I had a thing, and then I went all Cockney, and I completely lost my train of thought.
Take us home. Meet us for tea later sometime so we can ambush you.
Right. One now, one later. That seems pretty fair.
Point of order. Where is home for you? And she actually looks at Raven and Echo.
Well, I was thinking we'd go to my home.
Sloan, I love you desperately, and I'm really, really upset that I have to say this. There is something incredibly important I have to do in New York.
Well, then you are welcome to get on a train.
It is not a train amount of time I need.
Would it help if I told you that I'm going to help you get around? I didn't expect you to do it for free. I've got here. And she gets up, stumbling a little bit, walks over to where she's got a satchel, and pulls out the map that she had when you guys came in here.
What was the other thing? Oh my god. Sorry, that was the second thing. One, to get us home to the locations that we would like to go to, respectively. 2, you give me that and the compass.
And she pulls out the compass. That was my plan, yes. I'll have no need of them once we're out of here. So...
then I will pull the 2 apples that I have in my pockets. I will hand her one. I will give you the second one once you get us to where we need to go.
Right. Decide whereabouts that is, and we'll be off. And she takes the 2 apples and sort of wanders
she's being
towards
given
the water.
1 apple.
Yeah, she's being given one, and she will get the second one once we get to where we need to go. Was the agreement.
Decide where you want to go amongst yourselves.
Raven, Echo, where would you head?
Well, at least for us.
Well, I've been living out of a boat with Elmanore, so I don't really have anywhere.
And we still have 2 targets if we're to try and clear our name and no longer be enemies of the crown.
I have one of the largest houses in California. With plenty of room.
I wish I was not bringing this up right now.
What's happening in New York that you need to do, Aylin?
Actually, it's Italy, but I need to get to New York first.
Sorry, what?
And she looks at Sloan and she's like, this may be the worst thing I think I'm going to ever say in front of you, actually.
Sloan is pinching the bridge of her nose, like, of course it is.
Houdini is in trouble.
That sounds like a him problem. He's a very capable man. I don't think we're going to make that big of a difference.
Unfortunately, not capable enough for this.
And you are? She has a doubtful look on her face. Like, I have seen you trying to throw around magic, and it did not always go well for you. I don't know how you're going to be helpful to anyone.
I need to find out if he's okay.
You can't send a telegram.
I do not. Well, if we can get to New York, maybe he's gotten back. Fuck.
You can send a telegram from San Francisco.
What's so dire that you'd have to go to New York before Italy anyway?
Well, there's a way to get to Italy a little easier from New York.
What?
There's several. Okay, all right. At the there's an apartment, and the book is there, and Houdini and Angelo and I were ambushed during an event, and they're in Italy, and I know they were being attacked before it's why I was in the ocean.
Aylin?
Yes.
Did you
Aylin,
say
to
the
be
book?
clear, what book?
The book.
All right, so we're going to New York then.
And Sloan, I promise there's a way to get you to San Francisco. San Francisco from there. But unfortunately, not if Houdini's dead.
So you want me to be okay with getting taken to the other side of the country on a maybe, when I have the people who killed my father, who last I saw were in San Francisco.
It's very possible that worse people
I also have a
been...
home and staff that depend on me, and all of my money is currently, being held on to by a business because I got pulled away before I could withdraw it.
I know that I can get you back, but there might be an entire organization of terrible people turning over my apartment right now.
Wouldn't be the first time. Well, it wasn't an apartment last time.
Yes, and remember what happened last time.
The fact that you had the book and you possibly lost it.
Well, I didn't expect to get ambushed.
So we're going to New York on a maybe and potentially walking into a trap.
Well, Elmanore will be with us.
And inclined to help. Seems unlikely.
She likes us for some reason.
No, she likes
she
herself
doesn't.
and she likes what you can do for her. There's a difference.
Sloan, give me an insight check real quick.
Yep.
I'd say she liked what you both did, but...
Who is this insight on?
The group.
Okay, so I'm assuming I don't get my extra 3, huh?
You do not get your Aylin bonus.
Okay. 4.
That's enough to know that the book, everybody responded to that. The whole vibe
yeah,
changed.
no, I clocked that. I wasn't saying anything about it
Sure.
because it doesn't mean anything to me.
The sun fully crests the waves, and brilliant light spills across the beach. At the center of it, you see Elmanore take a bite. Oh, that's more like it. Gods. It's felt like I've been living in a tar pit. I can move again. I can breathe. Takes another bite. A wind that touches none of you billows up around her, and her dirty, barely there dress that she was wearing for this whole party turns into something elegant and ahead of the fashion curve. Oh, that's much better. So much better. Right. Where are we going then?
I suppose we're going to New York. Preferably not directly into your apartment, though.
Why?
Given the whole potential for it being a trap.
How long do you think it's been since we left?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, darling, don't worry. It's only been a few years.
What?
Well, maybe we go to...
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see the looks on your faces. It's barely been a day.
I will slap her if she doesn't, if she's not careful.
It's been a day since we got here, but we know that you and I were both out for a while on that ship.
That's true. Aylin grabs, really takes Sloan's hands. I understand what I absolutely understand why you need to get back to San Francisco.
You do not. But that's fine. We will go to New York. I would just prefer not to pop up in the middle of an apartment that might be in the process of being raided.
Sure. There's a lobby. Or an alley around the back.
The alley would be preferable, I think.
Clouds are beginning to gather.
We should go. Back now.
Ready?
Oh, well, that's not ideal. Yes, just give me a moment. Elmanore stamps her feet into the sand, raises her hand, her eyelids flutter, and she says, home. And you see passengers and crew just sort of blow away in the wind and disappear. Right. New York?
I'll give you the address for the apartment. Or however she does this.
I don't know where
Yeah.
that is. So we're going. What's that big lady?
Well, that's on an island. That's not going to be helpful.
Well, could be.
Is there another?
There's ships coming and
building
going from that island all the time.
There we go. And at that moment, storm clouds begin to crash over your heads. There is lightning. And she says, well, so much for our welcome party. Come in. Make a circle.
Get the
Take
dance
your
ball.
hands.
Yeah.
And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Clicks her heels together. And that's the end of the session.
Thank you for listening to The Great Game, a Hunter the Reckoning actual play by Hallowed Haven Studios. Storytelling for this actual play is provided by Overthinker, Aylin by Clara, Echo by Termite, Raven by Freyja. Our intro music is by Franceso de Andrea. Our art is by Poyjee, editing by Virens.